Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about dolls, and that's literally it. And in this video, I'm going to be opening a Lolli Mori doll, which is one of the many lines by Ruby Red. And some of you may already be familiar with the doll or the doll line, because you either if you collect Ruby Red or if you just get targeted ads on social media like I have. But I also am familiar with Lolli Mori because they're a newer brand by Ruby Red. And so far there are 3 dolls. I'm just opening Strawberry Fields in this video, which you may be able to read a label from there. That's who this is. And she came all the way from Hong Kong. Out of all the Ruby Red dolls I've ever ordered, this one took the longest. I think she got lost on the way between Hong Kong and Canada. And I was really worried actually that she wasn't going to show up, because the other thing is I ordered a few things with her. I'm not just jumping in too fast, but like I said, I ordered her a long time ago. I ordered some eyes and an outfit and the doll stand. And after I ordered these things, the eyes sold out. So I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to get a replacement if she did really get lost. So here's the box. When you open it up, I'm assuming everything got put into this box here. If you want to see it close up, this is the Strawberry Field. So one of the 3 dolls, this is, I'm going to say medium skin tone. Not that any of these dolls have anything. They're super pale, but this is the medium of the 3 skin tones on the dolls that they've shown. And I don't think I mentioned it yet, but I had to pay customs, and if I did mention it, oops. Which is really weird because the customs I paid on her was, I think, about $13 or $14, and 10 of that was the processing fee. So the customs that I had to pay were so low that even when I went to pick her up at the post office, they were surprised that they would charge me on such a low priced item, or not a low priced item, but that the customs were so low. So when you open it up, here's her other outfit. And the other side, I shouldn't get too eager, but her face looks cute from here. So let me just open it up as I go through it, rather than jumping ahead as I have a tendency to do. So on here, there's just a little sticker that I think says Mori Lolli. Did I call it Lolli Mori? I bet you I did. I'll put the right name in the thumbnail. How about that? Mori Lolli. Oops. Okay, so there's a little postcard here. This is what the doll's going to look like. And some instructions here on how to change the eyes, like to open up the head and get in and change the eyes. The default eyes are already in there, but like I said, I bought 2 of the other eyes, 2 other eye colors that they offer. And this is, I think, just the stats of the doll itself. And I guess it's a little gripper for the wig, because these dolls are they're very customizable, which is what they promote about these dolls. And a lot of people really love customizing their dolls. I'm saying that because I also collect Ruby Red, and their wigs are removable, and sometimes they're not removable, but the limited edition ones are. What else do I have to say? Oh, and I've never collected Blythe dolls. Is it Blythe? But these kind of remind me of them, but in a sort of, to me, they are a little bit more, they feel a little bit more elevated, but that's as somebody who's never had a Blythe doll. Oh, this is the other outfit. Okay, so I don't know what it'd be in this piece, in the extra pieces. So this is her name, like I said, Strawberry Field. So she's got a strawberry outfit that she comes with. And then there was also, that you could buy extra on the website, a cherry themed outfit, which is not much to it. Now that I'm looking at it, I should get to the doll first, shouldn't I? No concentration whatsoever. Here's her wig. Here are her default shoes. And here are one of the sets of eyes. So she comes with what they call a stone brown eye color. I don't know if I'm getting any better at not jumping all over the place. And although I like the color of the eyes, in pictures they looked almost like a glittery brown, and I'll show you if I was right or wrong. But they also showed, she's the doll they showed to model the green eyes in another, and when you went to look at the eyes, and I loved it on her. And I remember when I was first shopping or curious about buying Mori Lolli, Mori Lolli, not Lolli Mori, I really liked, what I was saying was I really liked the green eyes, but they were sold out. So then when I went to buy her a while back, the green eyes were back, so I was like, pounce, make sure to get them. And I also got the dark brown eyes because I just like dark brown eyes. But this, still jumping ahead, I did order another doll, Night Bloom, who's not here at the moment, but she's probably going to be here before I even, I don't know, upload this video. But I wanted to buy the eyes just in case they sell out too. And, spoiler alert, they did sell out, so I'm glad I did. And there are other eyes I want, but now it's too late. All right, so now moving on to the doll finally, before I get to the other pieces. This is how she comes strapped in. So she's actually tied in, unlike the ruby red dolls, which kind of just fall out when you basically touch them in their shoebox style box. And how does she come out of here? So this kind of reminds me of Integrity Toys because they were tied in with ribbon as well. But the box, I think, was easier to remove than this inner box. Come on. There we go. I didn't need to do that because I can just untie it from here. But anyway, you can now see the whole experience. When I get Night Bloom, I think I'll do a better job of unboxing her. That's one consolation. And so as you can see, I'm hoping I'm probably blocking you from everything. And because she's such a small doll, I wasn't sure how to set up the camera this time. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And I'll, at intervals, bring everything closer. I have untied ribbons before. Just not this one. Oh, they doubled it, that's why. All right, so her body is, she's finally out of the box, and she's got, I don't know if her head's this heavy, you saw how floppy that was, or if it's all the protective gear they've got on her. So it's kind of a cute way they ship them. She's got, okay, so this holds on the plastic, which is molded to their face, because I would imagine they only have one face sculpt at this point, so this is sculpted like their face. And more protective gear. Okay, the vinyl is very smooth, and that's what they look like in pictures. And it's another ball jointed body with string going through it. I think if I bring it close, you might be able to see the string that's inside there. And now I can also show you the eyes I mentioned. And yeah, I can see why they call it stone brown in person. So in pictures, it looked almost like she had glittery eyes, and there's so much light in here. It's probably not helping you out very much to see what the actual eye finish is like. And I wasn't crazy about the glitter effect, but you know what? In person, it's actually really nice. It's not glittery looking at all. Just going by pictures. And another funny thing about when I bought Strawberry Fields, she was $175 Canadian. When you're on their website, I think you can only see whatever your actual currency is, as opposed to the other Ruby Red sites where you see USD or you can choose euros. So she was 175 Canadian when I bought her. And then I think even before she shipped, or a couple days later, her price dropped down to 170 Canadian, and it stayed there all this time. So I don't know if it was the currency exchange that has just changed in the last, how long has it been? She got stuck on, I'm assuming on a boat for almost a month. And because I've ordered so many dolls from Ruby Red, the experience was never like that. Once they had left Hong Kong, it only took about a week to reach Canada after that. So now let me show you what her body is like, because she's got interesting proportions, very bottom heavy. So her torso, very narrow, kind of big, like wider thighs and hip area. So I don't imagine it would be easy to put her in other kind of doll clothes just because they have such a unique body. The feet are pretty small. Not Barbie small, but I can't think of any dolls I've had with feet that size. And then the thing about customizing them is, so their head twists off. Okay, so now you can see the string. So that's what's going through their entire body. And they have, so this is the thing I find really funny. And I've never known eye mechanisms like this, is that they have this like sticky tack inside, the white thing in here. That's just sticky tack that you're supposed to peel off and pop out the eyes and then put in the replacements. I'm not going to show, because she already has brown eyes, so I'm going to save these for when I get my Night Bloom doll. But I do want to put her with her green eyes so we can kind of learn right now together how easy this is. The string just sticking out there is kind of funny. I feel like it should have been a little bit shorter because you have to maneuver around in here. So I'm just going to peel out the sticky tack. You can't see, my fat fingers are in the way. But I hope it's like pretty obvious what I'm doing. I'm just going to peel this off and then go from there. Very strange. And they have, I think their eyelashes are just placed in there. They're inserted eyelashes. They're not rooted. This feels kind of like I'm playing with gum, which I guess that's the point. It's so bizarre. And then because the other thing you can do aside from changing out their eyes is just reposition them inside their head. When I put the green ones in, I'll give her a side glance, even though generally speaking, Is this supposed to rip apart? I mean, it is just gum. Generally speaking, I prefer a forward glance rather than a side glance. I guess the gum is falling apart because it's kind of stuck to each other for the two different eye sockets. So I like to point out anything that's negative just because I don't want to oversell. Oh, okay, so the eye just came out pretty easily like that. Let's see now if I can show you the stone effect of it a little bit. Oh no, it's this. It's all the glare. It wasn't because it was in her head. There we go. I don't know if that's helping you at all, but just a flat disc of an eye. I have no idea what the sizes of any of these things would be, but I'm sure I've seen, okay, because on like social media, I see a lot of people who have been customizing these a lot. Like people are saying that American Girl wigs fit these heads, and I'm like, there's no way this is an American Girl size head. But after I get all this sorted, I did bring over an American Girl wig so that I can try and see if the hype is true. Because it astonishes me that such a little doll, because they're 12 inches, that they could have wear an 18-inch doll wig. Anyway, I don't know if I need to get it all out so perfectly because it doesn't come out. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm trying to see how the eyelashes are on there. Yeah, I guess they're just, maybe they're, yeah, I could see some like glue, almost like Fabri-Tac. And I think I just push the eye in. Ooh, felt like the eyelash was going to come out that time. Yeah, I guess the eyelashes are a little not sensitive, but just be careful with them. And it's like I haven't got clothes on this poor girl yet, but I do want to see these green eyes on her. How are they stuck on there? There's so there's a little bit of the little sticky tack inside, keeping it inside the little plastic case. All right, so you just kind of pop it in. It's like I should probably show you if you're curious, but then I can't see what I'm doing. Like what I was saying, where you just kind of turn them to what kind of glance you'd want her to have. And I'm just going to show you, and then I'll do it without showing you because I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing. And yeah, I really do like the green on her. I think I do like, even though I generally prefer brown eyes on dolls, these ones are very detailed, and I think they're going to suit her. Well, judging by the pictures that I have seen, they suit her aesthetic. How do I want her to look? I guess for a side glance for now. I don't really love a side glance, but it's cute. It's probably kind of cute. But I don't think you can go too extreme with the glance because the back of the eye is flat. So it's not like you have much white of the eye to work with, as far as I can tell. So I think the trick now is just to get this flattened out, this sticky tack or whatever it is, and it should hold the eye in place. You're just hoping anyway, right? We'll find out together. But I don't know what else they could have done to simplify this, so I'm not complaining about it. I'm just, oh, it does. I was worried that as soon as I put the sticky tack in, the eye was going to have a mind of its own, but it seems fine. As like it didn't change the position from what I put it in. Flattening this out is so weird. And I feel like, would this stuff deteriorate over time? Does it kind of lessen and then you have to buy more? I didn't see any of it on the site, so I guess it's safe to assume it'll last. And I'm obviously not getting it in as perfectly as it came out of the factory. That's fine. At least for now. If it bothers me, I can change it later. I just want to be sitting here for like 2 hours getting it together. Are our eyelashes okay? Now I'll show you the eyes before I pop her head back on. The glance may be a little off. Don't be mad. So yeah, I know a lot of people love doing the side glance, and it's cute. I just don't think it's for me, and that's fine. Now to pop her head back in place, she's got some, I'm assuming this means it's the top. There's this little horseshoe looking thing up here, and then she's got a horseshoe looking thing up here. So I think that's letting you know where the head needs to go. Up in the slats. Did I get it back? Oh, nope. Okay. I think at some point I'm just gonna line it up on my own without. The heck? Am I expecting too much? Like too much of a perfect, you know what, that looks fine. I think we're there. There's nothing on the outside to indicate that I can see. Anyway, it's fine. She'll be fine. But before I put her wig on, because you know wigs can get ruined, let me get her dressed. Ooh, put her default eyes in this little case. don't know why it's not sticking to the sticky tack. And so this is very similar to Ruby Red, where it comes in tissue, loud tissue paper. Oh, and I should have mentioned when I talked about her price that she's the most expensive one. So I'm assuming that it's because her outfit is more detailed. I don't know what else. They're all the same pretty as far as the dolls go. A lot of cute fabrics on the dress, but I can't compare her yet to the other dolls that I don't have them. So let me start with her hair ribbon. It's got this dangling strawberry. I don't know if that's trying to figure, because she is, I believe, $30 or $40 Canadian more than Night Bloom. Night Bloom is the cheapest one, and then Alice, the doll I haven't ordered yet or purchased yet or really thought about if I want her or not. I probably will, because why am I going to stop at 2 and there's one more left? It's just I wanted to see the space, how they work into the space that I have, how big they are because of these big heads, before I try to cram in all 3 of them, because I only have one shelf at the moment that they could go on. And here's a really cute dress. More of the, like, sorry, these strawberry buttons? Yeah, strawberry buttons. And then a pink gingham bow, cute color scheme. It's a shame that I bought her cherry dress, but I liked it too. It's just, it's funny to think that this is probably why she was the most expensive one, because her outfit's so detailed, and then I'm going to sometimes put her in her cherry outfit. There's a third outfit for her. I'm sure you could put them on whatever doll you want, but I didn't. So far, out of the 3 dolls, Alice has only 1 extra outfit, and Night Bloom, I'm probably going to call her Jasmine, because what else is Night Blooming, name-wise? She has, I think, 3 outfits. So for Night Bloom, we need to talk about her so much. Oh, these are weird to put on. This dress isn't... See the way their hands are spread? It's showing you. That's what I actually like, the expression of the hand, which is part of what I thought was cute about them. But I didn't think it'd be so hard to get those weirdly spread fingers through her sleeves. Okay, there we go. Finally. I just had to talk about it first. I guess it reminded me to show you. So anyway, they each have an outfit I don't particularly like, but maybe it'll grow on me before I, like if I order Alice one day, maybe I'll just, might as well just pop everything else into that cart. Because out of her, I only like 1 of her 2 extra outfits. Alice only has the 1 extra outfit, and I don't like it. I don't feel the need for it. I shouldn't say I don't like it, because that's just subjective, but I don't feel the need for it. And Night Bloom, I ordered 2 of her outfits because I didn't feel the need for the third one. They are so oddly proportioned. It's cute, and it's just funny to get used to, because you see this big head and you're not expecting to feel this tiny little body. And her shoes. Okay, let's see. I hopefully I don't have to untie anything. Hopefully they just slip right on. And her Cherry's outfit doesn't come with shoes, but they would go nicely with these little tiny shoes. So they're a faux leather. I don't know if you can tell by looking at it, with just a ribbon sewn on, and they look like slides. You can just get them right on. I was about to put it on the wrong foot. Oh. I feel like she could have had tights or something to hold these shoes on, because they feel very loose. And if I do come across tights later, I'll apologize for making a false claim. Oh, and you know what else I should have pulled out right away? I also ordered, because I ordered her doll stand, mostly because it'd be very handy while I'm dressing her. And here I am, acting like a fool, just keeping her on my table. So this one is the pink. Oh, does it have some kind of film over it? Yeah, it does. Okay, because it looks really, like what I'm talking about. Because it looked like it had a film. But maybe I should have shown you the picture before all the glare. But it's okay. Just strawberries, what you'd expect. And how does this work? Trying to show you one thing, my brain's already thinking about the next step. Does it just slide in very easily? Yeah. Yes. Not very easily, but it slides in with enough firmness that it'll stay once you push it in hard enough. And then turn it. It's a saddle stand, so I'm assuming this would be the front. And then, I didn't show you, but there's this, maybe her outfits have different, like her shoes would have different heights, so you have this little lever here that when you get it to it, the pole goes up and down, and then you just have it right in place. And I think the stands are $22 Canadian, but I can't even see the American prices when I'm on there. I'm assuming because of my Canadian URL. So the stand kind of dictates how far apart their stance would be. What's left? Got these out of the way. Her wig, okay. So I don't think there are tights. Let me keep the mess so I can keep sorted. Oops. All right, so I'm going to put, I don't know how many of these stickers you need. They're kind of, they give you 6. Does she need all 6 on her head? I'm not going to start out with 6. I'm just going to put randomly here, and there probably is a better, I thought it just came with 1. So there probably is a better method for how many you put on. So I'm just going to start with 2, and later on, maybe before Jasmine gets here, I'll know better. And her wig, it's a little bit, I thought it would be redder than this, even though they call it, I think they call it brown or reddish brown. And it's not a very shiny wig. I don't know if you can tell on camera. It's very like matte. Do you know like doll hair wigs? They're usually quite shiny, the hair. This one is oddly, oddly matte. And again, these aren't complaints. I'm just trying to point everything out so that you know what to expect. If you have been curious with these dolls, or if even just seeing it, you're just wanting to know my opinion as I'm going. So it's got to fit over this big head. And pull it forward because she's got bangs. I'm sure once you're done bugging her, she'll stand just fine on the doll stand. It's just I'm doing a lot to get her ready. The wig is unlike any kind of doll hair I've ever had. Like, it's not, I don't know much about the different types of doll hair, if it's nylon or whatever, things like that. So I can't tell you. It feels soft, but it doesn't feel, I think I prefer the ruby red wigs and like Maple Lee, American Girl, like the 18-inch doll wigs. And so I'm curious to see the Night Bloom, if hers will be kind of the same material. Yeah, it feels very strange, and I don't even mean that it feels bad. It just feels strange. I've never felt doll hair quite like this. Let me bring her forward before I put her hair clip on. So now you can see what she looks like wigged. And with her green eyes. I hope none of you are sad that I didn't show her stone brown with the wig and everything first. But I was really eager to get these green eyes on her. And so this is just like a clip, the kind that just pops open. And they put it off to the side on her. What? Am I doing this upside down? Maybe it's a mirror image, because when I put it on this side, on her right side, anyway, I'm overthinking it. It's like not even important. It's like I'm trying to do it right though, you know what I mean? I just feel like this is the side that my clip is on. Did I make up that whole thing? No, it does look the same once I got it on. For some reason, I thought it was going to be hanging in her face more. But the clip is really cute. And this doll stand is really, I wish there was a bit more of a structure that holds her inside. But, you know, again, when she's standing, I'm talking about for the sake of showing her off in the video, there's nothing really keeping her in. And you know what? The side glance is really growing on me. But I think it's the side glance that makes me think of like a Blythe doll, because I think their eyes are, I don't know if they're movable the same way, because like I said, I've never had one. And so these, I don't know which one would be easier to move the eyes around. I have also life-size Chucky dolls whose eyes move in different mechanisms. Sometimes all you have to do is push the eye around with your finger from outside, and sometimes you have to remove their heads the same kind of way. So there are different ways to go about doing it. She's very cute. And I also said, before I show her outfit, I do want to see an American Girl wig on her. I just don't feel like looking at her, it's gonna fit. So I have Kaya's wig, and the reason I chose Kaya's wig is because it's in braids. You can see it better, and you'll be able to make out if it's the right size. I went through all the trouble like brushing her hair and trying to get it in the right spot, and I'm just gonna remove it. That's fine. Also, I'm gonna. Oh, and I guess another thing is, it felt fine with just the 2 discs there rather than doing all 6. No, this is too big. And you know, we might have, I might be very finicky because I'm doing a video and I want to tell you the truth, but it just goes on. Like, it's so floppy on her. I personally wouldn't want to put an American Girl size wig on her, but maybe if you glue it, I don't know. I just feel like the wigs are supposed to be kind of removable. So it feels kind of counterintuitive to put this big wig on her. Like, I hope it's pretty obvious that it's very big and this is not a good size. But I think I made that clear, but just from saying it. Looks cute if it did fit. even though she doesn't need braids that go, that hang 2 feet behind her. So now I could put on her other outfit and go in to show it a little bit more detail. I there's no what do you call it? There's no packing slip, so I don't know how much this cost. It wasn't. I think it was only like $20, and it's just a dress, a gingham dress with cherries, sort of a fake vinyl. It's a shiny vinyl belt, some pearl buttons around here, and then it comes with just a satiny silk red ribbon that I'll show you in a second, and no tights, which I I just wish that. I'm saying like I feel like the shoes have a pretty big fit, and I guess it's better than being too tight and stretching them out or anything like that. Or maybe it's if you want to put them on a doll who has tights, because I know Night Bloom and Alice both come with tights, but I guess she doesn't, even though she's the most expensive one. And that's not me complaining about the price. It's just me trying to point out every little thing that I can so you're informed from everything. The face is really cute though. And I wonder if they'll ever do, because as I mentioned, they do of the 3 dolls. This is the medium skin tone one, so you can imagine how pale Night Bloom is going to be when she gets here. And then Alice is the deepest skin tone, but she's already light skin tone to begin with. So it'd be interesting to see if they do. People have been saying they're doing more dolls in the future, so it'd be really nice or fun if they go with like actual deep skin tones just to see the difference. Or I don't know, they might even do different sculpts. There's no way to know at this point because it's their newest doll line. And they're unlike any dolls I've ever collected before. So it's almost like I don't know how much of it was just the advertising, because I started, the targeted ads started showing up in my feed a long time ago, and I was like, oh, these are cute. Don't even look. Do not even look. It was the Night Bloom doll who caught my eye first and the most, but then it was kind of torn between Strawberry Fields and her. Do I have her on here backwards? Let me try to. What if she sits this way? And that would make more sense because the the little lever would be behind her then. So let's see if that's a better way to make her stand. Again, I have to figure this out. And there were probably instructions that I didn't even look at. I don't know. You know what I did? How did I do that? Oh, okay. You know what? The saddle turns around. When I tried to turn around the entire. Okay, so she does stick like this. It goes between her thighs if you put it that way. I had it on her backward, and I'll fix that later. Now that I know what I have to do, but I don't have to sit here doing it for another 10 minutes. Why won't you stand? You're trying to make a fool out of me. So let me get her wig back on and then put on her other ribbon. So I'm getting a little bit more used to this from all the Ruby Red dolls I've been putting their wigs on, but their heads are very different. Their heads, because their vinyl's really smooth, like really, it's not translucent in any way. It's just a very soft, almost like creamy kind of vinyl. And I could tell from the pictures that they were going to feel this way. So if you kind of have a guess from looking, you're probably correct too. And then you get to play it when they're wigged. At least you get to play around and decide how sort of long or short you want the bangs to be. But I'm tempted to put these on the bottom of her shoes so she stops slipping around on this doll stand. Because I'm really bad with dolls falling over. So I will hopefully figure this out before Jasmine gets here, so that when I show her, I have it all figured out. So same thing, just a clip, pop it in this side of her head. Maybe that's just the side shape of hers, who knows? And I bet most of you would prefer her, where did I put my brush? Would prefer her default outfit because it's a lot more detailed. But keep in mind the price. I think this was one of the cheaper dresses. And it is very cute. If you like cherries, you like that sort of thing. Her wig's not perfect, but I just want to get it all together and show you how she looks in her secondary outfit, her cherries outfit. I don't remember what it's called, but really adorable. I do really love this doll, and I'm excited, especially for Jasmine. that doesn't mean I'm not excited for Strawberry Fields, but because I was a little nervous of ordering two, I wanted to get one and then think about the second one. But the thing about Jasmine was she sold out, and then they were Mori Lolli, not Lolly Mori. They were, I think, kind of rushing to get the other dolls in stock, back in stock. I don't know if Strawberry Field sold out for a bit, but Night Bloom was definitely sold out for a bit. So they were trying to get her back in stock before the final shipping, before the tariffs kick in for American collectors. So I did, because she restocked and I had wanted her most first, I was like, okay, let me just order her now. And then when Strawberry Fields shows up, I'm sure I'm going to love her in person. And I do. I'm just kind of nervous about the doll stand because I know I haven't got it figured out yet. So that's why I jumped the gun a little bit, but I don't regret. Meaning, like, I'm glad I did because I do love her, and as I get more comfortable with the dolls, I will react better on camera, I think. And I'm really excited that I got the eyes that I did because, like I said, they're all sold out right now. So I'll show you the dark brown eyes, but I'm not going to show you them on her because I got these for Night Bloom because she comes with a sort of purplish gray eye. And as nice as they look and they really suit the character, I just wanted to see her. Even in the stock photos, I think they show her with the dark brown eyes. And then if I love them and they fit well on a shelf and I think I could fit Alice, I'll probably buy Alice, but I'm going to try to wait for the eyes to restock because I don't think I would ever make an order for just like eyes and outfits and things like that just for accessories. So to anyone who saw this and has been curious about these dolls or is just seeing them now for the first time, let me know what you think. And if you want to see them compared to anything else, because as you can see, I have no dolls behind me. I just wanted to make it very clear because it's a special size doll from anything in my collection. I would imagine they're even a different size, well, height-wise, from the Sibley's dolls. So anyway, I'll have Night Bloom soon, within the next couple weeks, I would say, and I'll know by the time I have her if I'm going to order Alice or not. But the answer is probably, so don't be surprised if Alice shows up here one day too. And I hope you enjoyed getting to meet Strawberry Fields. That's not going to stay her name. I just wanted to get to see her in person before I decided that too. And anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing the doll. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you soon in the next video.